What's up, y'all, and welcome to the channel. I got a crazy one for y'all today, man. We're going to talk about these wildfires and how they're not so natural like they're saying they are, okay? Now, a couple things to look out for when you're looking at these fires to be able to tell that these aren't natural, okay? When the aluminum's dripping off the rims and coming down 15, 20 feet down a driveway or a street, that is not normal. And the asphalt's not melted along with it, that's not normal. When you see glass melted all the way down to the floorboard of a vehicle, that is not normal, okay? When you see a fire playing hopscotch and jumping over streets and jumping over intersections and freeways, that is not normal. When you see a whole neighborhood that has been devastated by a wildfire and there's nothing left, there's no structure of the house, there's no structure of the building, there's no chimney, there's no oven, there's no barbecue, there's nothing left, it's all turned to ash, that is not normal. Okay, there are 150 red flags about these fires that are just screaming not normal, okay? None of these wildfires that have been going on for the last 10, 15 years are normal, okay? This has been slowly being done to us to make us think that that what's going on is normal, when in fact, it is not normal at all, okay? And people are starting to wake up to this. Check out what Mickey Mays has to say about this.
My name is Mickey Mays, and the government is lighting LA on fire.
Is your house the house behind it?
My house is behind these houses on fire.
Hopefully they save your house, man.
If they get this flame out, my house is safe. If they don't get this flame out, my house is done.
And your house is like directly behind it, or?
It's, our backyards don't.
Now, I don't know if you guys caught that, but the first thing that Mickey Mays said was, my name is Mickey Mays and the government is burning LA on fire. Now, why would you say that? I'm not sure if it's the government or who it is, but somebody is burning LA on fire, and they're burning the rest of the world on fire too. Why do I say that? Because a lot of the same strange anomalies that are going on in the LA fire are going on with the rest of these fires around the world, okay? This isn't just LA or just California or just in America. This is going on all over the world, and the same anomalies are going on with each and every fire. And one of those anomalies are, these fires are not burning the color blue. Yes, the color blue is being disappeared from these fires. And you gotta ask yourself why. I'll tell you why, because it's not a normal fire. And if you don't believe me that the color blue is being saved in all these fires, watch these clips.
It's the photo that's become a symbol of hope amid LA's devastating wildfires. This Malibu neighborhood was just about entirely wiped out, yet amid the rubble, a lone bright blue Volkswagen van from the 1970s somehow remains virtually untouched. The van belongs to surfboard designer Megan Weintraub, who was surfing with friends in Malibu just before the fire laid waste to the county. Megan parked the 1977 VW Type 2 van on the side of the road, little realizing the horror that was about to hit. Look at the photo. Nearly everything is reduced to rubble, except for that disco-era van. And here is the van today, parked in the exact same spot where Megan left it when she heeded the order to evacuate. She can't come back for it yet because the neighborhood is still closed to the public. We spoke with Megan and her friend, Preston Martin, who was with Megan when they went surfing.
One of my neighbors sent me the photo, like, Megan, is that your blue bus? And I'm like, oh, I don't know how it survived. And it was like the light in the darkness of all this insanity.
To have a little glimmer of hope of this bright blue VW bus against the backdrop of charred houses it's sad and it's scary, but it's also beautiful.
So we found the house, and you walk up the front path to the steps, those blue ceramic bowls that are still there. But there's nothing else. The entire house seems to have collapsed in on itself. That, I presume, was the basement.
I'm sure plenty of you have seen these videos that have been coming out of Maui. A vehicle is literally melting onto the street. These specifically are from Jeff Cygnus on TikTok. Like I said, the aluminum is literally melting out of the vehicles, and The melting point for aluminum is 1220 degrees Fahrenheit. That's just crazy because, as you can see in this next video, none of the asphalt has melted along with this. And you would expect that to happen in fires that are reaching over 1220 degrees. And the melting point of asphalt is 343 degrees Fahrenheit. So make that make sense.
A fire like that, I wonder. A shirt that says Sister Revolution. Hard to believe, huh? The whole building goes down. The whole street goes down, and then these shirts survive somehow. The Sister Revolution. A lot of them, actually. It's crazy. So what I'm gonna do?
Now check this out. This is interesting. Even Joe Biden saw with his own eyes that all the roofs that were painted blue survived the wildfires while he was overhead in the helicopter. Check this clip out.
The fire in the district years. And by the way, if you notice you fly over in the helicopter, those places with roofs, they didn't do it.
It's the right materials.
Yeah. So we gotta change that. Anyway.
We gotta cut some trees.
Now we're getting deeper in the rabbit hole now. Now you guys are starting to see where I'm getting at, okay? First I told you guys these fires weren't natural. Now you guys starting to see where I'm getting at, where these fires are coming from. I hate to say it because it's scary as fuck, y'all, but direct energy weapons, lasers, let's talk about it. So for those of you who don't know, the technology the government has had is way over our heads. They're not telling us what kind of technology they have, because if they did, then we would know what was going on. You see what I'm saying? Now let's talk about it. Direct energy weapons. If you don't know nothing about it, check this clip out.
Laser pointer. How powerful, blue and beautiful. The most important thing is that it can be used to pop balloons, which I am about to do. So, here we go. Yellow balloon, green balloon, boom. Blue balloon, boom. Nibu. And why? Because in human terms, they are of the same color. But from a physics standpoint, they are of the same wavelength. And the blue balloon doesn't absorb the beam's energy, it scatters it. Actually, the same thing happens too with transparent objects. Through a transparent sphere, a beam passes easily, but a black one will surely burst. The beam that originates from this pointer isn't powerful enough. At most, it can pop balloons. But there are lasers that are called combat lasers.
You guys see how the laser had an effect on every color except blue? Isn't that interesting? You think that's why everything blue in all these fires is somehow magically surviving these fires? If you guys still don't believe me, check out this clip. Run it.
The recent fires in California, Australia, and now Hawaii are unlike anything we've ever seen before. They are being called forest fires and wildfires, but they are clearly something very different. These fires are burning homes into a white powdery ash footprint, while often leaving the surrounding green trees and shrubs practically untouched. In extreme cases, forest fires can reach temperatures up to 1500 degrees Fahrenheit, and the melting point of aluminum is 1220 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is possible for an extreme forest fire to melt aluminum. But there are cars with puddles of melted aluminum that were clearly not in the wildfire area. And melted glass, which has a melting point around 2500 degrees Fahrenheit. These are unexplained anomalies. In the California fires of 2018, cars were randomly bursting into flames on the freeway with no surrounding fires. We've seen these same anomalies in New York City on September 11th, 2001. Cars completely burned out with no explanation. In Maui, these unnatural fires spared the homes of the rich while burning the native homes of the working class. With precision, these fires destroyed the most envied, high-valued areas of Maui. For decades, directed energy weapons have been classified, but they have been on the public record for several years now. Directed energy weapons, known as DEWs, have the ability to burn homes with this sort of precision. But in order to be this precise, the area would have to be mapped out. In January of this year, green lasers were seen over Hawaii, which could best be described as a geospatial array for mapping terrain. We have seen that among the ashy ruins, there are blue-colored objects that have somehow survived the devastation. Blue cars, blue umbrellas, a blue boat, blue planters. Videos online are going viral that show how lasers can easily burn through certain colored objects, but objects that are colored blue remain unharmed. Directed energy weapons include lasers, millimeter wave, and microwave. They are all based on light frequencies, and different wavelengths of light affect colors differently. For example, in laser tattoo removal, different wavelengths are used for removing different colors. And this is because color is a quality of light. Each color has its own frequency. Interestingly enough, the frequency of the color blue is 6.66.
Now, another strange thing that I'm noticing what's going on with these LA fires is all the houses that got the smart meters got burned down. All the houses that don't have smart meters didn't get burned. And if you don't believe me, watch this.
Wildfire. And the owner of this home also has one in the back. One of them burnt and one of them didn't. Check this shit out.
I talked to the owner of this house right here in Pasadena. I talked to the owner. The owner does not have a smart meter on this house, on the front part of his house.
Smart meter.
There's no smart meter. The back house is the part of the house that had the smart meter, and everything in the back of his house is burnt. No smart meter. Smart meter.
So I go research this shit, and then I came across this video about a retired engineer refusing to let the state install a smart meter on his home. Check this out.
It's obvious Norbert Slowinski does not want Duquesne Light to install a so-called smart meter on his property. So you've essentially put a chain on your meter.
Yes.
The retired mechanical engineer says smart meters are dangerous.
The smart meter is not
Listen
safe
what he
for the following
say.
reasons. Again, it emits high frequency radio waves, and you don't feel them, you don't know about them, but they penetrate your body and they can cause health problems later on. My bedroom is right next door, and it will emit high frequency waves, so I'm worried about my health and my children's health. They catch fire because there's very high voltage inside.
You heard what he said on that last part. I'm gonna drop a part 2 showing y'all who owns all of those smart meters in those areas that burn. Until then, let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Man, I'm telling you guys, man, this shit is crazy. Yo, 2025 is gonna be one crazy ass year. One, because of what they're doing to us, but two, because of the mass awakening. We're all waking up to this shit. We're all realizing what's going on. I'm doing my part by trying to do my best to wake up the people. So do me a favor real quick and do your part and smash that like button. Let's help the algorithm of YouTube get this video out there to the masses so the people can wake up. Help me wake up the people, okay? Just take a quick second out of your day and smash that like button real quick if you're still watching. That's all you got to do. But on to the next thing. So check this out. If you are one of those people who still don't believe what I'm saying and still take what I'm telling you with a grain of salt, and you're one of those people who need to hear from an actual fire specialist, someone who specializes in fire and things like that, then I got a clip for you too. Check this out.
And taken 107 trips to all of them, collecting evidence at every site. I saw this picture of Santa Rosa, California, the Jack-in-the-Box, McDonald's, and a gas station. But what I see is the trees. All of them did not burn. And how did a fire cross a freeway? This is in Maui now. Nothing, I mean nothing added up. This is the same stuff exactly that I've seen in California. Here, a home's on fire and nothing else. And I believe that's because of all the metals, whether they're ferrous or non-ferrous, that are in a house. Many of the top fire people know exactly what's going on. When you don't see the forest burn, but yet houses are, and some of these materials don't burn, I believe most of these fires are microwave based. The cars, they all look like this. Now the auto glass melts approximately at 2,500 degrees. Forest fires don't get that hot. Forest fire goes up to 1,400. You're not getting above those temperatures.
We did get some footage that was sent to us by email, and there are some anomalies within this footage. And the first thing I want to show is this house that's burning from the inside first. And it looks like, you know, the inside caught fire first and the outside looks still clean. I'm going to play it one more time. This looks like it's a microwave fire that caused, you know, induction of electric eddy currents through the metals and the wiring in the house, which causes resistive heating and ignites the adjacent objects. So yeah, when you see a house burn from the inside out, that's not normal. All right, and then we have another clip from this guy who is in Pasadena, actually, and he will say how his house, or at least his roof, was fireproof.
Any kind of build, remodel, anything, you know, the decisions after the decisions and the heart that goes into it.
Oh, the small details.
The details. You talked about the roofing. What about the roof? You said it was fireproof. So do you question what happened?
That's our question. How did it happen? Because the roof was tiled, unless the fire came from the sides.
Yep. And
his car.
Yeah. So we also have a clip of his car, and I'm going to show that now. You can see that the front passenger rim has melted, and it's flowed about 4 feet there, and so that's at least 1,200 degrees. And the glass also appears to have been melted out of the car. I'm going to show it one more time so that you can get a good look. You know, that's at least 1,200 degrees for the rims and about 2,700 degrees for the windshield.
And what's different with this car versus the other cars that we're seeing in these suspicious fires is the hood is still there. A lot actually survive that normally doesn't, but Porsches have their engines in the back. But it didn't look the same as some of the other ones.
Shit is crazy, y'all. We are living in some crazy times right now. I just hope everybody out there starts waking up and realizing we are at war here. It is good versus evil right now. And we have to wake up as a mass. So like I said, help me wake up the mass. Leave a comment, whether it's good or bad, I don't care. But just leave a comment, smash that like button. You know, I usually normally don't care about any of that shit. But for this specific video, people need to know what's going on, y'all. People need to realize what's going on and what kind of demonic forces that we are facing right now. Okay, we live in a crazy time. We can put this shit to a stop if enough people find out about this. We just need enough people and the right people to find out about this. And hopefully we can do something to put a stop to this. Because this is what's going on right now, y'all, is insane. They are literally burning us to the ground, city by city, country by country, until we wake up and say something. But everybody's still sleeping. There is a mass awakening going on, but it's not big enough. Not enough people are waking up. So like I said, man, do me a favor, hit that like button, leave a comment, share this video, and do your part in waking up the massive society. Hope each and every one of you guys out there stay safe, man. I'm going to be dropping a part 2 of this video because there's so much overwhelming evidence. I could have made this video 2-3 hours long, but I know I'm not going to keep people's attention that long, so I didn't want to do that. But I am going to be making a part 2 of this, so make sure you smash that subscribe button so you can see what I'm dropping next. Hope each and every one of y'all stay safe out there and pray for LA. See you guys on the next video.